What's up, everybody? This is day, I think, 85 or 86 of becoming profitable. Sorry, I haven't been uploading videos. It's been a minute since the last one, but I just didn't have something to talk about, basically. I mean, I haven't had a win since a long time, since I blew the combine. I think I haven't had a win since then, but I've definitely been trading. I just didn't like the trading. I just haven't been loving price action lately, and I haven't been taking trades lately. For example, today I took a break-even trade, but prior to this I took a loss. I think somewhere not this week, but last week because we're on Tuesday. This is like yesterday didn't take any trade, but my point is price action has been very questionable lately, and I do not know why. Let's just go to a higher time frame so I can explain both daily bias and why I think price action is tripping lately. So we were okay in here, and you're gonna be asking yourself why. I mean, this looks like substantially less volume than this, right? But this was like a consistent trend. If I were here or here, the trend was the same. I was bullish, it was a bullish trend, regardless of the day. So you can see bam bam bullish price action, or in the contrary, sometimes, for example, in here, this would have been a kind of a accumulation. This days would have been bearish bias, but overall it was a bullish. You can see bearish. My point is, um lately, I don't know what was this for. You can see there was a massive drop from July to August, July 31st and to August 1st. Um, there was a huge drop, and price action is actually suffering from it because you can see there this was like a huge gap, and we're like retracing, but we don't really know if we want to keep going higher or we're gonna just get blocked by these gaps in here. So price is really suffering this point in time, and I'm not really a fan of this price action right here. So if you ask me what my daily bias for today was, I mean, because I trust in the overall bullishness of NQ, if you ask me in the morning before market open, I would have said bullish because yeah, we were over here. And in my mind, it was harder to get past through this gap than get past this gap. So I said, hey, maybe we just get a surge of liquidity and finally break this resistance over here. But psych, we didn't. Actually, matter of fact, when a market opened, we had this huge wick down here, and we took liquidity. Yeah, whatever, fill this gap, potentially 4 hour gap. Yep, exactly. So fill that, and we started getting some bullish displacement. So I said, bet this looks like a bullish setup. I'm not gonna lie, since I was bullish from the start, and I actually wanted to see something bullish. I was looking forward to that. So yeah, we got this, came down here, whatever. So we had a huge reaction, retracement, huge reaction. Not huge, but you can tell how market is flowing at this point, and you can tell it has like inverse bearish market structure, and it was kind of like cooking something bullish. You can tell basically. And in addition, in the mid time frame, there was like no resistance to take this high. I do not know why it hesitated. It's probably because of news. You can see news came out at 10 Eastern time, 11 at my time zone right here. And yeah, I just got taken out right before the news. So yeah, I saw this start displaying. I thought this was gonna be like a bull run, but it didn't. So yeah, when I started seeing this chop, I said, hey, bet. Price action is waiting for news to come out, and I'm not gonna be around. I don't hope. No, I just don't want to be around when that happens. So I'm just gonna place it. I put my take profit in here, bang. Still have my stop loss because we were over down here, but I was pretty confident that we were gonna be able to get back to the starting point, and yeah, just took me out. Basically what I wanted to. I do not regret taking this trade because it could have gone. I mean, with all this time left for news, it could have like moved a little bit. I was thinking about putting break even um as soon as it passed this high, but that just didn't happen, you know. So news came out, would have taken me out, but I was already out because I sensed the hesitation in price action. And since it didn't move after this retest, um, it was done. I knew it was done for, and there was no point in being inside the market by that time. And yeah, after that, you could argue there were some bearish trades, but I'm not a fan of taking anything past 10. If I'm not already cooking before 10, there's nothing I'm gonna like to take after 10. So yeah, this was like a pretty steady downtrend, but you never know. I mean, it was after news, it was against my bias, so I was not a fan of it. And simply, yeah. Oh yeah, it's just a disappointment to see this. You know, price action being in such a shitty place, it just disappoints me, you know, because I would have liked it to I would have liked it to have done something today, something more interesting, like you know how I make a bullish trend, whatever, take this all-time high, whatever. But we're such in a shitty position. I mean, if by tomorrow we don't respect this gap, I think we're going lower, and God knows until when. But my point is, this is not a good uh, time to trade. So yeah, if I was thinking about buying a combine, that thought is gonna be delayed just because of the moment in time we're going through. I'm just gonna wait for we to get like some you know, strong high time frame bias, you know, something bullish or something even bearish. I don't mind, but something consistent because this is like nothing I would like to be trading on, honestly. And basically, I can tell this I can tell this is not a good spot basically because of I haven't been saying this in the past videos, but I've been backtesting a bit. I've done so far like 3 months, and I've got like over 70% win rate on all three of them. So my point is, I have the proof of concept, but yeah, just the market conditions are not ideal at all. I can sense when the market is good and when it's not. And right now it's not because it's not I know when there is decision based on my market experience. I know when I'm looking at a chart whether there is decision in what it's making or whether it's hesitant. And I can tell it's pretty hesitant right now, you know. Because yeah, and plus you don't have any real targets because being honest, being over here, where would you long? You know, I mean, I was planning on longing, yeah, whatever, but where have my objectives been? You could have said this, but there's a gap in between, you know, and you never know if there's gonna be a retrace or rejection. I would prefer to trade on some scenario like this, you know, where your highs are pretty much obvious, you know, like over here, this high is obvious, bam, we take it. Or even lows, this low is obvious if we're on a downtrend, bam, we take it. But yeah, some type of more confident price action, not like this one right here. But hey, it is what it is, right? Today, tomorrow, let me just check. There's no news tomorrow. Nah, I think it's not a no, it's not a holiday. But yeah, we're gonna see how price action behaves tomorrow. I hope it does something after this, but hey, you know. And yeah, something crazy I've been thinking about lately. I've been wanting to talk to this about this in a video. You know, the other day I was watching this NQ Codes video. I think I've mentioned him previously in my channel. He's like I don't like to say my mentor because he doesn't teach me trading as it is, but I take a lot from him, you know. I learn a lot from him from his psychology videos, and I like the way he approaches trading instead of being a mechanical like pattern seeking type of trader. he just feels the market, you know. If he feels bearish pressure, he's taking a bearish trade whenever he gets the confirmation. And the confirmation is based on those mechanical factors, but the feel of it, the bias, is just like intuition based on market experience. And I really admire that from him because I've been watching his backguessing videos, whatever. He's um he's his trade reviews, and yeah, he just seems like a pretty smart guy, pretty straightforward, and I just like the way he trades. That's why I look up to him. But my point is, I was watching this video. He was interviewing, oh shit, interviewing an figure trader, funded trader. I don't remember what the title was about, but my point is, this guy had spent like 4 years being profitable, and he started at the age of 18. So yeah, having said that, I finished the video and started thinking about myself. So I said, hey, I feel all this pressure to be profitable. You know, I feel all this pressure to get my trades correct. You know, do everything the most I can to reach my goals. But then I remember, man, I'm like only I'm like only a year into this. I mean, like July of last year is when I started having like actually chart time, you know. I started looking at the charts at July of last year. And yeah, we're at August right now, but it's been like basically it's been a year of price action. And it's barely been 6 months of 6 months, okay, maybe a little bit more, like 8 months, 8 months of indexes. So the other one was Forex. And yeah, like 6 months ago, I was trading Forex, bro. Like, what the fuck? And I've been consistently looking at indexes for like 6 months, 8 months in total, because before Forex, I did indexes. So it was Forex indexes. Sounds crazy, but I just sit down and think and say, hey, man, I have a long way to go, you know, and I'm already stressing and I already have most of the things figured out, you know. So from my standing point, I think of myself as if I had, you know, 20 years old, I had to get my life straight once and for all, and I had to be doing something by now. But in reality, I'm only 17. I haven't even finished school. I have like a year and something, and I still have time to figure this shit out. And I'm already a year in. You know, that's just crazy. Most people start when they're 18 because they need money by then. But I'm barely 17, and yeah, of course, when the year started, I set a goal of making $10,000 a month, which by now I think is not possible. To be honest, it's not possible. But it's receiving a payout is definitely possible. I think that definitely is achievable. I just have to work really hard. You know, any type of payout, like $150 payout is good for me. You know, I just want to get the proof of concept, basically. But yeah, I think instead of $10,000 a month, which was the goal I set at the beginning of the year, I think that from that point in time to now, I've evolved so much, and between my past self and $10,000, there was so much of a path to go through that I didn't even realize. I think I was just like one, two, three steps away from 10,000. But now that I'm going through it, I realize there's like 100 steps more, you know. And I never thought about it that deeply, you know. And yeah, at the beginning of the year when I was unprofitable still, it was easy for me to say, hey, I'm gonna be make $10,000 at the end of this year, because I didn't have an idea of what I would go through, you know. And I'm like, um, I would say 70, 80% better than I was at the start of the year. But I still need like a 70 or 80% better than I am right now in order to get a payout. So that sounds crazy, but I just accepted that fact, and I'm comfortable with it, and I'm just ready to take on whatever is there is to come. So yeah, I don't want to bore you guys, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out.